Good morning, everyone. This is MuleSoft session 2. So before going to start the session, let me recap the last session, okay? So what are the things just we have discussed? Recap of the last session. So we have discussed what is API, how to design an API spec. Spec is nothing but specifications. Next, what is the importance of API specifications or design? Next, what is RAML, RAML and OAS? Okay. Next thing is to design any API. To design any API, what are the things? What are the things important? Next one is we have create any point platform account. Next, we have designed at the last design for user login. Okay, just we have designed the API spec for user login form. Okay, user login API spec. Okay, these are the main things which we have discussed. And today we are going to design an API for calculator. To design an API for calculator. So before going to start design, in order to design any API spec, so what are the things it is important? Resource path. Okay, the resource path will start with the slash. Resource path is very important. Next one is methods. Either it is a get method or post method or put method, whatever it is. Next, request. Request is something like input. Then response. Response is something like output. Next, HTTP status codes. Okay. This is very, very important, guys. This is very, very important. Okay, in order to design any API, what we need to do? We need to log in into any point platform account. What you need to do? Just go to Google. Type any point platform login. So this is the first step you need to do. Okay, any point platform login. The very first link you can see here. Just click on this one. If you have already created an account, just give your username and password. If you are a first time user, click on sign up. Okay, give your name here, Charan. Your last name, suppose something. Okay, guys, please go on mute. Next, your email ID. Next, your phone number. It's a dummy phone number also fine. Your company, Salesforce or MuleSoft, whatever it is. Here you need to give your username. Suppose I'm going to create Charan01. If it is a password, just you can set your password over here. Okay, uppercase and lowercase and capital letters or something like this. Okay. Then click on these two checkboxes and just click on accept and create so that your account will get generated. Your account will get created in any point platform. So this is the first step you guys have to do. So yesterday class also I have explained. Okay. Still, if the guys didn't create any account, okay, follow these steps. I have already created an account yesterday. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to sign in here. I'm going to sign in. I'm going to give my username. See, as soon as if you enter your username and password, it will take you to the AnyPoint platform account. Okay. Here you can see, good morning, ViTech. Welcome to the #1 platform of APIs and integrations. So here, what we are doing, we are going to do design. Just click on this one, start designing, or else there are 3 bars here. Just click on this one. Here also you can see design center. Click on design center. See, this is the API. This is the API spec yesterday which we have created. If you want to see that one, just click on that one. Just click on that one. Here you can see what we have developed. Okay. I want to develop new one. Here there is an option create. Just select new API specification. So what is the API we need to build? Calculator API. Here you can select YAML 1.0 only. Okay, no need to change anything. Just create an API. So before going to create, I'll show you something. So what are the steps we need to remember? Resource path, method, request, response, and HTTP status code. And the important thing is calculator. By using calculator, what are the operations we are going to perform? It's like arithmetic operations we are going to perform. Correct. I'll open calculator. Calculator, it's not opening. Okay. If you observe this one, I want to do sum of two numbers. 5 plus 5. Sorry, 5 plus 55. Okay, I have given. What is this? 60. So here, how many numbers it is required? There are two numbers. Two numbers it is required. I want to do subtraction, suppose, with the two numbers. 10 minus 5. Okay. So the same way, so this is the input. So what is my input here? 10 plus 9. Okay. This is my input and this is my response. Okay. Just you can correlate with that. In order to perform arithmetic operations, so we have plus, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and remainder over here. Okay. Okay, let's try to design. Okay, title. So as soon as if you create an API, it will come like this. Okay, the left side, it's in a file explorer. This is an editor, or the below, right? The below which we are going to see, this one is self. Here it is in a documentation kind of thing. Okay, documentation. Let me take spotlight so that you can easily understand. Okay, as soon as if I give an enter, here you can see the automatic options here. Okay, so here first the version. Okay, the version I'm going to give as v1. Next one, what is the protocol? So here you can see it will support HTTP or HTTPS. Okay, I want to support it for HTTP. So if you want HTTPS, you can keep it as HTTPS also. Okay, that's fine. Next thing is description. Okay, description. So what we are doing here, to perform, this is an API. This is an API to perform arithmetic operations. API to perform arithmetic operations. Okay, this is the root section we are going to give. Okay, next thing, again, to design any API spec, these are very, very important. Okay, resource path, methods, request, response, and HTTP status codes. So in order to perform addition, what is the resource path I can give? Addition. So this is your wish. You can give add also, that will also work. Okay, addition. Just give colon and give an enter. Okay, next, after resource path, there is an method. So which method I want to choose? So here I'm going to choose get method. See, as soon as if I click get method, the automatically cursor came here, and the options also it is going to display. Next, after get method, what is the request? Request is something like an input. I need to pass an input as a query parameters. Okay, click on this query parameters. Okay, what is your query parameters? Okay, my query parameters are something like I showed you, right? In order to perform addition, how many numbers it is required? 2 numbers it is required. Number 1, I'm going to give as number 1. You enter. And what kind of type it is? It is an integer. So here you can select. Sorry, type is integer. Then whether this parameter is required or not. In order to perform addition, 2 numbers are required. Required is true. True you can type. That's it. Okay, number 1 is done. Next, number 2. Same thing. See, if you want, you can type. Otherwise, you can pick it from self. Okay. Type integer, enter, required, true. Resource path is done, method is done, request also done. Okay. So if you observe here, right side, API endpoints, API endpoint. So what is an endpoint here? It is get generated, addition get generated. If you click this one, here you can see, okay, number one is required, it is an integer. Number two required, it is an integer. Okay. Next, request is done. Now what you need to do? Response. So response, it will come under, okay, the same line. See, if you observe query parameters, right? You have to come back little bit. So this is called indentation. What we can call is indentation. So here you can see one tab is there, again one tab is there. Here one tab space is there. So these two are in the same place. Okay. So it's like we need to follow an indentation in indentation. Okay. Responses. Just give enter. So what type of response you need to provide? 200. Next, click on body here. Next, what type of output you need to generate? I want to generate JSON type of. Next, you need to provide some example. So always JSON will be an key value format. The key is result. Okay, the value. Sum of two numbers. Sum of two numbers is 30. Sum of two numbers is 30. See, here I'm not going to write any business logic. I mean, A plus B equal to C, something like that. Okay, so it's like design only, guys. Okay, this is like just a design. It's like blueprint. Yesterday I told you, right? Okay, it's a blueprint of an API. So by seeing this API, the user can able to understand. Okay, so what are the parameters? What are the input parameters I can pass, and what type of output it will get generate. Okay. Now, if you observe, so right side we have try it, right? Okay, we have a try it. Just try it over here. What is number one? Okay, I'm going to pass 5. Number 2, 6. Okay, send. So here you can able to see result. Sum of two numbers is 30. So why it is showing 30? Because we have hard coded here. Okay, so we have given as, it's like a sample. It's like a sample response. It's not an actual. So in order to develop an API, actual API, we need to go to this one, AnyPoint Studio. In AnyPoint Studio, we can do actual development. So that we will see in a going forward classes. Even I have showed you in a last class, I think last class also, I showed you how to generate the flows. So this is like just design and blueprint and a API. Okay. Okay, what are the expected codes? Okay, 200 is fine. Next, I can expect 404. What you need to do? Select body, application.json. Next example. What type of output I need to provide if it is a 404? So that's why I ask you to prepare some HTTP status codes. In last class also we have discussed, right? So 404 is not found. 500 is internal server error. Okay. At least 5 to 10 error codes, sorry, status codes you have to remember. Okay, 200, 404, 500, something like that. So here, so what type of message I need to provide? Message not found, not found. The same thing next. Just come back here. The same line of 404. Here, if you come, then automatically the HTTP status codes it will get displayed. So what I need to select? 500. Then body. See, we can do copy paste also, that I will show you. Okay, first don't do copy paste because you guys are beginners, right? Okay, don't do copy paste options. Okay, body application.json example. What is the message? I need to provide internal server error. Internal server error. Okay. See, these are the basic HTTP status code, guys. Okay, these are the basic HTTP status codes. Okay. So now addition is done. Okay, addition is done. Okay, I want to test this one. How my API looks. So this is my URL. Okay, this is my URL. You can take this URL. Okay, if you want to test this in a Postman, what you need to do? So here you need to do mock configuration. If you observe this one, just click on this one. Make as a public. Make as a public. Copy it. Copy this URL. Okay. Copy this URL. Go to Postman. Just paste it here. Just paste it here. Next. After pasting, right? What is our resource path? Resource path is addition. Okay. Just I'm not passing any value. Just I'm going to click send. See, it is giving us a 400 bad request. 400 bad request. So what is the message it is showing? Required parameter number 1 is missing. Required parameter number 1 is missing. Because we make it as a required. We make it as a required. So number 1 is required and number 2 also it is required. Okay. So then what you need to do? Just copy this number 1 and number 2. Go to Postman. So this is query parameters. Number 1 and number 2. Now just pass. Number 1 is 5. Number 2 is 5. So always the API will give the response codes, HTTP status codes. So based on this response code only, we are able to identify whether it is fail or success. Okay. Just keep it in your mind, guys. Just click on send. See, 200. Okay. 200. Okay. The sum of two numbers is 30. So this is a dummy API. So that's why it is giving us a hard coded value. So whatever the value which we have given. So this is like just a specification, guys. Again. So why you may get it out like, okay, why we are giving as a 30? I have given as a 5 plus 5. So even again, I'm going to give as a 25. So you will get the same result only because this is a design and blueprint. So now we are telling to the customer, okay, so this is my API. You have to pass the input parameters like this, number 1 and number 2. You may expect after developing an API, you may expect the result as like this. Okay. This is like just design we are giving to the end user. Okay. so that they can able to understand, okay, I need to pass these parameters, I will get this type of response. If they're if we if they need to modify something, then they will give the again additional requirements. Otherwise, if they say okay, then we need to proceed. Okay, this is for addition. The same way, the same way we need to do it for rest of the operations. Okay, so addition is done. Addition is done. Next, addition is done. What is the resource path? I'm going to perform subtraction. Why it is giving error? Okay. Syntax for the following will work. Okay, elements. So in which line we are performing addition over here? Okay, see, I have given us one space. So there is one space, it is here. So that's why it is giving us a error. Okay. If I remove this space, okay, there are no errors. There are no errors. Okay, I want to minimize this one. Okay, addition is done. Now subtraction. So this is a resource path again, guys. Next, the method we need to select. Okay, get is done. So now this time I want to perform. Post operations. Okay. See, as soon as if you enter, you can see here the endpoints: addition, subtraction. Okay. So what you can do? So first you can declare all those things. Okay. Addition, subtraction, multiplication. Again, division. See, like this also we can do. Okay, post is done. Now here I can select as a patch. So here I can select another option, put. See, as soon as if you declare, I mean, this is like design. So that's why the preview also it is applying here. Okay, the preview. So this is a preview of your documentation. See, by seeing this one, so anyone can understand. Okay, anyone can understand. Okay, how many endpoints here it is available? Okay, there are 4 endpoints. Okay, so one is addition. Okay, addition we are performing get. Okay, then we'll go to the postman and we will select the get operations. Next, subtraction. This is a post method. Multiplication is a patch method. If it is a division, put method. Okay. So without giving this documentation, so it is very difficult to understand the APIs. It is very difficult to understand the APIs. So that is the reason yesterday class I told you, right, the importance of API specification. So it's like plan. So before going to construct your home, we are making as a plan. Okay. So the building plan, before going to build a home, then it's a building plan, this kind of thing. So here we have 4 endpoints. One is addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. But the code is not yet implemented. Okay, so what are the specifications it is required? Okay, the specifications is not yet done. This is an example just I have showed you. Okay, now I'm going to delete this one. Okay, I'll come one by one. Otherwise, I will minimize this. Okay, fine. Better will remove. Okay, what is the next operation we need to perform? Subtraction, post. Here again, query parameters. Again, I need to pass number one, what type of data it is. You need to select type, either it is a integer or string. Is it required? Yes. Required, true. See, by default, again guys, okay, by default, if I don't give this field, okay, so it's at by default, it is a required as a true only. Okay, this is also one of the interview question. When you are going to declare query parameters, if it didn't give required as true, either it is a either it will take false value or true value. Okay, always it will take as a true value, but as per the specifications, I am going to give as a required as a true. Okay, by default it is a true only. By default it is a true. So okay, I want to make it as an optional some cases. So okay, no need to pass this value. So that time what you can do, required as a false. That's it. It's very simple. Okay, just keep it as false. Later I will make a change. Next, number two, type integer, enter, required true, over here. So now the request is done. So I want to make as a response. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy paste over here. Okay, the same response only, just there are little bit modifications. Okay, just observe here. While copy pasting, but you guys for the first time don't do copy paste. You can select the options. Server error not found. This is not sum of two numbers. This is subtraction of two numbers. So if you observe here, okay, I want to test this method. Click on this one. Try it over here, or else you can go to Postman. Okay, number one. See, here there is no star. Over here. That means it is not required. Okay, the user can understand. Okay, this is not required field. Okay, I need to pass only number two value. Okay, 5 I can pass. Then I'm sending it. See, subtraction of two numbers is 30. Okay, this I need to modify. Subtraction of two numbers is 10. Just I will keep like this. Okay, these are just documentation. Okay, it's like a specification, guys. Again, if you want to make it as true, what I need to do? Just you need to make it as a required field as true. That's it. Okay. See, as soon as if I'm going to change it, right, automatically it got changed over here. It got changed. Okay, first I will develop all the endpoints. Then we will do testing in a Postman. Okay. Now subtraction is done. Next endpoint. Multiplication. Multiplication. So for multiplication, I'm going to use as delete method over here. But basically, so all these operations are get operations only. So all these operations are get operations only. To show the demo, that's I'm going to use as different types of methods. Okay. So either you can use all the places as get method, all the places get method, all the places post method. Yesterday I showed you, right, the rules of using methods. So when to use which method. See, get. If you are fetch or retrieving the data, you need to use get method. If you are going to insert, post method. To update, put. To update any single value from existing record, patch. If you are going to delete any record, we are going to use delete method. So in real time, basically, we need to follow that protocols. Okay. So this is for just to see. Okay. Just to see if we select different types of methods, so what will happen. Okay. That is the reason just we have selected. Next, delete. So what I will do, I'll copy everything from here. I'll copy everything from here. So here also it is required two numbers. Okay, number 1 and number 2. Multiplication of two numbers is 50. Now what it is pending? Just division. Division. For division, I am going to use this patch method. Patch method. Just to copy paste. Just to copy paste the same kind of fields over here. Division of two numbers is 5. Okay. Okay, rest all are same, so no need to change anything. Only the response it will get changed. Always 500 internal server error, 400 not found. Okay, 400 not found. Now, if you see this document, if you see this documentation, so all the endpoints were generated. All the endpoints were generated. Okay, all the endpoints were generated. So now I am going to marking service as public, and let me test in a postman. Let me test in a postman. See here, how many lines it got generated? 130. Okay, there is 130 lines. Did I wrote manually anything? So at least I have written 5 to 10 lines. That's it. Okay. Rest of the things we have copy pasted, or the whatever the values it is coming from a self only. Okay. So while documentation, so that much easy it is a documentation and all. So now you may get a doubt. Okay. So here also 200, 404, 500 we are using like the same kind of value. Again, why we need to use? Okay, this is different endpoint and this is different endpoints. Okay, each and every endpoint there are different functionalities it is performing. In next class I will show you. Next class I will show you like whatever it is the duplication of code. Okay, so no need to write this many lines. Okay, this will get ended in a 20 to 30 lines. 20 to 30 lines. So as a fresher, as a beginner, you need to understand from beginning. So that is the reason just I have written like this. Okay. So what we can do, all this, whatever these common codes, right? So 200 to, sorry, 400 and 500 is common for all. We can create a separate folder and we can call that folder automatically. I mean, so whenever it is required. Okay. Whenever it is required, we can call that one. So those options also it is available. So that's why. So this is a API to perform arithmetic operations. So how many endpoints is available? Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. So far any doubts? So far any doubts? Okay. Let's try to test in a postman. Okay. If you want to test in a postman, so what you need to do? So first thing, how to download postman? Just to go to Google, type postman download for Windows. That's very simple. You will get a first link as soon as whenever you are going to enter postman download for Windows. The very first link you can see. So here, click on this one. Okay, click on this one. Automatically, it will get download into your downloads folder. Then you have to give double click. If you give double click, then automatically it will get installed. Okay. So now get is done. So get we have already done. Next, to test subtraction. What is this method? So just make it as this one and copy this. To test subtraction. So what is the method we are using? Again, post method. Okay, no need to see the code. Okay, just you can see, just you can observe here. Post method we are using. There are two parameters we need to pass. Okay. Okay, just it's a post method. What is the resource path? The resource path is subtraction after. Okay, see, this is called base URI. This is called base URI. So this is what we have discussed yesterday also. Base URI, then resource path, then resource path. So in order to pass query parameters, just observe. You can pass here also. See, key is number one. See, automatically number one after question mark number one is came. So number two, see here, see automatically it is generating the URL. So number one, 5, see 5 is added. Number 2, 10. But it is not a get method. Just try to execute this one. We'll see what type of response you will get. See, 4 not 5 method not allowed. Why it is not allowing this get method? Because we have written as a get. So this is an endpoint we have given as a post. So then try to change the post. See, this is the reason. This is the reason the documentation is very important. Okay, you have developed one API. I don't know which method I need to use. Okay, what are the values I need to pass? So that time the testers or end users may get confused. If they get any doubt, okay, they will go to this documentation and they will pass these values. Okay, post. This is my base URL, resource path, query parameters. Okay. Next, let me type wrongly. Instead of subtraction, I will give subtractions or something. Okay, just see. See, 4 not 4 not found. Resource not found. Error trying to find resource subtraction because we have coded as a subtraction. But what we are going to give? We are giving as a subtractions. Okay, so that's why it is giving as a wrong error codes. Okay, so subtraction is done. Next, multiplication. Go to documentation. Multiplication. What method we are using? We are using as a delete method over here. Delete method. Just make, I'm going to mock this service. Copy this one. Go to Postman, click this plus. What is the method? Delete method. Post it here. After this, multiplication, question mark. See, as soon as if I give question mark over here, you can observe. So automatically the tick mark, automatically you can see this tick mark in a query parameters. So number one, see, number one equal to 5. Number 2 equal to 40 or something. See, earlier we have given the values in a query parameters. but now I'm directly typing the value in a URL itself. Just click on this send. Okay, this one also fine. Multiplication of two numbers is 50. Next, division. What is a mocking service? Division, we are going to use patch method. Copy this one. What we need to use for testing? Patch method. Just type here. What is the resource path? Division slash. If you want, you can type the query parameters over here. Number 1, number 2, number 1 is 5, number 2 also 5, suppose. Just I'm going to click as a send. Division. Okay. See, 404 error. 404 means, okay, the resource path might be, it is not correct. Okay. You can go here. Is this one? Okay, I think I have copied a different URL. Okay, let me remove. Division. Finding division, correct. Okay, the service patch. Let's try it over here. See, and no need to go to Postman and all. Okay, if you want, you can test it here itself. So there is an option as try. To get it more clear idea. Okay, anyway, the going forward we are going to use Postman only. So that is the reason all the things we are testing in a Postman, guys. Okay, Postman. So we can test it in two ways. Here itself we have a try it option. We can try, or else we can go to Postman and try. Resource not found. Division. Okay. See, after division, there is a slash over here. See, division of two numbers is 5. Okay, I'm going to select again different method. You will get a 405 because method not allowed, which we have declared as different, and we are going to select as different. So that's why we are getting. So this is how we can develop documentation. So we can simplify. See, this is not actual design. Okay, this is a sample design. Okay, these are the basics. These are the basics you need to follow to design any of the APIs. To design any of the APIs. In next class, I'm going to show you how to make it smaller. Okay, so we can remove the repeated code. Okay, repeated values. So wherever we are using. So okay, no need to write multiple times. Okay, that kind of simplification. So okay, that I will tell you in the next class. So next thing, what you need to do. So again, for an assignment, okay, create any point platform account. Create any point platform account. If you have already created, then leave it. Okay, if you have already created, then leave it, and you can use the username and password. If you don't have, create an any point platform account. Design the same API. Design the same API. Design the same API, and send me URLs Postman URLs. Okay, test it and send me Postman URLs. So this is your task. This is your task. So now you can ask me if you have any doubts. Okay, let me stop the recording.
English,